What's up, guys? All right, so look, I've been talking to some folks. They've been dealing with depression, and just like this idea that they're not sure that it's even worth living life. Not that they're suicidal, but they almost feel like they would be better off not being here, not having to go through the pain, the suffering, the struggle of living, and it's really a shame, man. And a lot of times, what I find is these people are living within the circumstances affecting their life. And what I mean is, bad things happen and they cannot see themselves outside of those bad things. They equate those things to themselves. And so all that they see is the negativity. And when you live in that world where all you do is repeat the own negativity that's in your life, then of course, what are you going to bring into your life but more negativity, more pain? You can't see anything except that negativity, that pain, that suffering. And everybody goes through extremely difficult circumstances in their life. I mean, at some time or another. But if you focus solely on those circumstances, you're never going to see a way out. It's just going to overwhelm you. And what I try to get people to do is to see that your life has meaning and purpose outside of your own self. And this is difficult for people to understand this concept. And I can't tell everybody what, their own purpose is, because a lot of times when we wrap up this idea of purpose with some type of vocation or something like that, but maybe it starts with something like you have this deep desire to help animals. So you decide to rescue a few dogs and maybe try to get them into better homes. And maybe that becomes your purpose a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously that's not everything about you, and that's still circumstantial, but it's something to do. So then maybe you start doing that. Maybe you rescue a few dogs. Then maybe you decide that you're going to start a YouTube channel where you talk about rescuing dogs. And maybe you start a Facebook group. Maybe write a book about rescuing dogs. I don't know what it is, but you start to find purpose and meaning outside of just your own existence. And you see this greater thing going on in life. And you don't have to be one-dimensional, because maybe you love rescuing dogs, but maybe you also love something else, like kickboxing or jiu-jitsu or playing basketball with friends. Maybe you don't have any friends, and maybe you need to start making these connections with other people, because life is about community with others, man. And it's tough because you have possibly spent 20 years isolating yourself from everybody around you. Well, you're not going to get out of that isolation overnight. It's going to have to start small, making baby steps and just taking bigger steps and making more progress as time goes on. Slow progress is still progress. Maybe you've been struggling with addiction so long that you've just kind of completely ruined all your relationships. Well, guess what? Your life's not over. There's other people like you out there, and there are people that will forgive you, will connect with you, and will see you for who you are. But it's not easy, And you're going to have to leave some of your ways behind. You're going to have to stop being a liar and a manipulator and a narcissist. You're going to have to adjust your personality a little bit. You're going to have to be forgiving if you want to be forgiven. You're going to have to work if you want other people to work for you. It's a give and take, man. Life is struggle and it's growth. And if all you see yourself is in the struggle, you're never going to get out. But if you can see yourself outside of that struggle, and you start to see yourself with a greater vision, a greater purpose in your life, you start to see that there's meaning to things, that the universe is mental, that there's a mind outside of yourself. When you start to see that there is good and there is evil, that you start to see that there is a path that you can walk, you'll start to find happiness. You'll start to get your life back. You'll start to make connections. You'll start to find peace. You'll break addiction. You'll break depression. You'll break anxiety. Will your life be perfect? No, because you're still going to hit those circumstances. You're still going to have obstacles. You're still going to find things in your way that you've got to get through. You've got to get past. You've got to break free from. But that's life. It's struggle and it's growth. You're on one side or the other. You're either getting through it or you're just letting it beat you down. And all you're doing is waiting your time until you die. And that's a shame. Because your life has meaning. Your life has Your life has purpose. All right, guys. Reject apathy. Fight nihilism. Love your neighbor. Peace.